Okay. Yes, now another characteristic of all these solutions, not all of them, but a lot of them, is that a lot of them are reactionary. They go back in time. I say, let's go back in time. Some of my solutions, people say, oh, this is wild, this is crazy. No, this is the past. Okay? So let's go back in time. All right? Now let's go back to Greece at the time of Pericles. How many presidents did they have?
I don't know.
0. There's no president in Greek democracy. Where did that come from? Okay? Yeah. No president, all right? They had 10 houses of judges, with 100 judges in each house. And you could go in and have cases heard in front of these houses and so on. But in any case, it never occurred to them to let one man lead the country, ever. In the case of war, like when they had war with Sparta, they would pick 10 generals to run the country, one chosen probably by each of the houses, okay? But they would never have one guy. So that's very important. Now, today, as we sit, there's 149 countries that have presidents. Okay. Isn't that depressing? I mean, 149 countries have gone over out of 200 countries on the planet. 3/4 of them have identical governments. And where did the president come from? This is a good question. Yeah, well, it's very simple. After the Revolution, we know, because after the Revolutionary War in the United States, the great war hero, General Washington, they asked him to be king. And George Washington said, I don't want to be king. So they said, okay, we'll call you president instead. Okay, it'll be better than king, right? You'll have more power than a king, but we'll call you president. How's that? And Washington said, fine, okay. And as a result, 150 countries have now thought, that's a great way. Let's not have any more democracy. Let's put all the decisions in the hands of one guy. All right. Now, the first thing about presidents is, if I wrote a book on the crimes of the presidents around the world, how big would that book be, right? I mean, any country we could write a book this fat on the crimes of the presidents. So right away, you have evil systems. Remember what Augie Fry said, right? It's the systems. What happens if you put good men in an evil system? Presidency is an evil system. It encourages things like killing people with drones. It encourages things like overnight wars. It encourages things like bombing people around the world. Too much power. So Greece has got to be the first country in the last 1,500 years that said, we can do fine without a president. Okay. And that's important. As long as you have a president, you don't have a democracy. I'm sorry. Democracy says by the people, not by a person. By the people. Right? Demos is the people, not one guy. We've got a king in America. We've got a king in 149 countries. Just change the word. Did that change anything? I mean, presidents have more powers than kings. And you can't cut their heads off the way you can cut the head off a king. You can assassinate them. You know what I mean. It's like kings, they're actually better off than kings. So that's it. Greece has got to get rid of her president. And we'll go into the organization of this government. It was a wonderful idea, and it worked. It worked. It was the model for countries around the world. And also remember, the greatest civilization of ancient times, besides Greece, was Rome. 5 centuries without a king. 5 centuries, no prime minister. Then along came Julius Caesar, and something in the foreign air strangely upset his mind, and we began to get emperors and things like that. Right? But 500 years, no president. Greece, 500 years, no president. And so now, time for Greece to get rid of her president.